Welcome to today's training, 5 in 5, where by the end of this video, you'll walk away with 5 tips to enhance your Zoom meeting etiquette. First, let me present you with a scenario. Put yourself into the situation and imagine the following. You're set to have a meeting at 10 a.m., but you completely forgot. In fact, you show up 15 minutes late and attempt to chat with coworkers before realizing the host is speaking. Because you forgot about your meeting, you didn't have time to prepare properly, so you look a little disheveled and also realize your microphone isn't fully cooperating. Because you didn't check your technology before the meeting due to being late, you're caught chewing loudly because you accidentally become unmuted while someone's presenting. Finally, as if that weren't enough, you completely forgot you had to present. So when your boss asks you to share, all you can do is give a deer in the headlights look to everyone in the meeting. You've never been so embarrassed. Let's face it, this sounds like a really bad day. Even if this hasn't been you, you've probably been in a situation where something similar has happened before to you or someone else. With remote work more popular than ever, companies are using platforms like Zoom to hold meetings regularly. While remote work promotes a more relaxed environment, you don't necessarily want this to carry over and into professional meetings. So let's dive into our 5 tips to help you present yourself professionally during Zoom meetings. Tip number 1, be punctual. Just like it's important to arrive to work on time or early, the same can be said for any type of meeting. For video meetings, a good rule of thumb is to show up 2 to 5 minutes early. This makes it easier for whoever is hosting the meeting, so they don't have to be concerned with letting attendees in after the meeting has started. Tip number 2, dress appropriately. While you don't necessarily need to be in a full suit or business casual clothes, it's always a good idea to dress for success. Avoid clothes that are stained, dirty, overly flashy, or distracting. It's best to wear something neutral, like a plain shirt. When in doubt, check your company's dress code policies. Tip number 3, be sure you check your tech before the meeting. It's never fun when you realize your settings have changed or your camera or microphone don't work. It's important to be prepared ahead of time. You can easily check your settings. Simply log into the Zoom desktop app, click on the picture of yourself, and then click Settings in the drop-down. On the left side, click the Video and Audio tabs to check your camera and microphone. Tip number 4, use your camera wisely. If you're the host, it's best to have your camera on. If you're an attendee and asked to have your camera on, make sure you do so. If you're not told what to do, use your best judgment. If most people have their cameras turned off, it's probably okay to do so. Tip number 5, finally, be respectful. Refrain from eating and having pets show up while you're on camera. Make sure you're in an environment conducive to having a meeting, one that's quiet and free from distractions. If you're not speaking, mute yourself. Sometimes different microphones will pick up feedback and echo, making it distracting. And of course, stay focused on the meeting and the presenter and try not to multitask. Those texts and emails can wait. To wrap up, you learn to be punctual, dress appropriately, check your tech, use your camera wisely, and to be respectful. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about proper Zoom etiquette. Follow these tips and you'll be headed for success. See you next time.